channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Alright guys, so today I want to share with you 5 hacks that I used to help me lose my weight. That actually, these 5 things worked for me more than anything else. So hack number 1, or tip, is to use a smaller plate. Now, the theory behind doing this is to trick your brain into thinking that you're still eating the same amount of food as you normally would, but you're actually not. So with me, I'm a very visual person. I've always been taught to clean your plate. This is something I just have done forever. So I figured if I started using a smaller plate, I could still clean my plate, but still be taking in less food. So really, you know, you're not really completely depriving yourself. You're not actually seeing that you're eating less food. It's just on a smaller plate. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I promise you, this really does work. So even to this day, I still eat from a saucer, like a salad plate, or a plate that you would use to serve an appetizer or eat an appetizer or a dessert. That's the sort of plate I'm talking about. I never use a regular sized dinner plate, but this seems to work for me, and I feel like it's a very effective trick, hack, whatever you want to call it. And if you just, if you try to implement that, you'll really see a big difference in how much food you're taking in. Now just be mindful, you can't go back for seconds and thirds. You can't fill this plate up, in heaping proportions. Make sure to keep your portions moderate. You can still fill your plate up, but don't overfill it. And then once you finish eating everything on your plate, you're good. You've eaten your meal and you're satisfied, and that's it. And you're taking in less calories than if you were to use a regular size plate. Okay guys, tip number 2, or hack number 2 I should say, record your weight. So recording your weight is very important in keeping you on track and motivated. If you do not have time to record your food and your emotions and all that jazz, like I mentioned in my very first video, I understand that. It can be a little tedious, it can be time consuming. And with all the technology we have and all the apps we have, it's very easy to track what you're eating. It's very easy to track your weight. And if you choose to track your weight through an app, that's fine. I myself actually used to use a pocket calendar because this was before the smartphone was invented. So that's still to this day what I use. I use a pocket calendar. I have a notebook actually too that I write in. I am with it. I use my phone. I use my laptop. I use the internet. But there's just some things that I still do pen and paper with. But of course, this is completely optional. You can do this however is easier for you. The main goal behind this is just to keep a running track of your weight, preferably each day, but however often you choose to weigh. So that's completely up to you. Now I myself, I weigh daily. I weigh first thing in the morning, every single day, jot it down, and that's it. That's basically all I do with that. And that does help motivate me. So make sure to record your weight every time you weigh. You're going to have the weight and the date. And again, you can do this pen and paper. You can do this in an app. You can do it however is easier for you. I hope you give it a try. Number 3, visualization. Visualizing you at your goal weight is crucial in achieving what you want. And I'm a big believer in law of attraction. I'm a big believer in you are what you think you are. And just only because I've been there. I've been in a position to where I felt really bad about myself. I had very low self-esteem. I was in a very low place in my life. And I had to come to terms with that and realize that I am the only one that can change that. I am the only one that can change how I feel about me. I am the only one that can change my life. Nobody can do it for me. And visualization really takes a huge role into doing this. So if you are extremely overweight and you're at a very low point in your life and you just feel so depressed and you're very down on yourself about it, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, there's got to come a point to where you look at yourself and you just say, I can do this. You know, I'm beautiful, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm thin, I've got this. You know, you have to believe it. You have to, okay? It's not going to matter whoever else may believe it. You have to believe it. You have to see it. You have to feel it. And I promise you, if you do this consistently, granted, I know we're all going to have negative thoughts every now and again. That's to be expected. We're only human. But for the most part, if you can maintain consistent positivity, you know, eventually it won't be hard. You won't have to think about making a conscious effort to do it. It will just be. You'll just do it. Therefore, you are creating your reality. So this is something I'm really a big believer in. I really think that a lot of people, if they were to actually really try this and really put their heart and soul into it, they could see a huge difference. And this is not just for weight loss. This is for anything that you're trying to achieve in your life. If you are not in a happy state in your life, you know, if you're wanting to change jobs, if you're wanting to move, if you're trying to find a spouse, if you're whatever you're trying to do, if you're just trying to improve yourself as a person, you know, whatever it may be, visualization is really, really going to help you. It's going to take you a long way, and you're actually going to enjoy it. I know that it works. I've been there. I've done it. And it's hard at first. I'm not saying it's easy that, you know, to look at yourself and say, oh, I'm thin, knowing good and well you're not yet, but that's okay. It's okay. Ignore your current reality. Ignore that, because the thing is, that's not what you're going to be forever, okay? We're working toward the potential that you are, what you're going to be, okay? So if you exude these positive vibes and this positive energy, and you know, and everybody can see that you're confident no matter what size you are, and that you love yourself, that will radiate. That energy, that vibe, it will radiate within you, and you're going to feel great during the process, and then especially once you reach your goal. So visualization definitely is a must. I definitely recommend anybody and everybody to do this. Again, that has helped me in so many ways, and not just in weight loss. It has helped me in so many areas of my life. It has really brought me a long way, and I cannot stress to you how much visualization and positive thinking, how much that has helped me. So I hope you give that a try. I'm sure you'll love it if you just try it. Okay, guys, number 4, drink enough water. So this one, even though it's a very simple trick, it's not really a trick, it's actually a fact, but I feel like a lot of people, even though they drink water, they don't drink enough water. Therefore, their weight loss sometimes will stall, sometimes it will slow down, or even if your weight loss doesn't stall or slow down, maybe you're not feeling the greatest, maybe you're tired, maybe there's times where you think you're hungry and you're actually thirsty. So my doctor has advised that I drink a gallon of water a day. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical expert, I'm not going to tell you how much water to drink. I can only tell you from my personal experience that a gallon of water is usually what I drink to keep myself cleansed, to keep my body cleansed. It helps with my energy, it helps with my mood, it helps with my appetite, it helps with my cravings. It has so many health benefits, and if you're not drinking enough, that's just as bad as not drinking any water at all. So please be mindful of how much water you take in every single day, because it does play a big role in your weight loss, and as well as your health in general. So that's tip number 4. Number 5, last but not least, set small goals and reward yourself. So if you have a lot of weight to lose, such as myself, I had over 100 pounds I wanted to lose. So looking at it, from that approach can be very overwhelming. It can be, it can get frustrating, because obviously you're not going to be able to lose a huge amount of weight in a quick amount of time. So I actually would focus on 10 pounds at a time. This kept me motivated. So, I would reward myself and buy myself, an outfit. Or if it wasn't a whole outfit, I would buy me a top or a blouse or a pair of pants or a skirt or a dress every 10 pounds that I lost. So this way, I had something to look forward to. And you can do this however you want. You can do goals, weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, just as long as you break it down to where you are able to set goals that are not so far, far out that you're not giving yourself any type of reward within a decent amount of time. But you want to make these goals, you want to make them obtainable, but you want to make them challenging. So you've got to keep as long as you're keeping it a little bit challenging for yourself, because if you make it too easy, it's kind of pointless to make it a goal. So, but you don't want to make it so tough or such a big goal that it's hard to reach, within a decent amount of time. Because we already know what our big goal is. Our big goal is to lose, X amount of pounds. But to build up to that, we're going to reward ourselves with a non-food item or a non-food action, and focus on small goals. 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time even. So this is also another crucial crucial thing that I did and still do sometimes to help me stay motivated, because again, motivation is key. If you lose motivation, it's really, really hard to stay on track. So it's all about keeping yourself motivated, keeping yourself in the right frame of mind so that you can continually lose your weight and reach your goals, so that you can be the best version of you possible. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.